Texting has widely become the type of popular communication option for many people, both young and old. We do it throughout the day. Yet, as with other methods of communication, it should be tempered with wisdom because unlike verbal communication, texters are creating a digital transcript of every word they type and every image they share. Research reveals this is particularly good advice for young people because for some adolescents, drinking plus texting becomes sexting. Most people do not text after drinking planning to send provocative content. Most people do not have such content on their phones to begin with, thankfully. But it happens, often at the solicitation of a communication partner. There's been research that has looked into the associations between sexting, cyberpornography, and alcohol. I talk about some of this research in my Psychology Today columns. And the researchers that look at this, they look at evidence that supports alcohol's disinhibition effect. Everybody knows about that. They also talk about the link with sexual responsiveness and what is the moderating role of alcohol between cyberpornography addiction and sexting. Let's talk about clear-headed communication. It is important to note that it is not just young people who are susceptible to sharing compromising photos after drinking. Adults do it too. And of course, alcohol is not necessary to make poor decisions when it comes to sharing sexually explicit material. Some relationships include elements of coercive photo sharing, as I discuss in one of my other articles, discussing the dark side of sexting. Others simply involve the exercise of bad judgment, drunk or sober. The takeaway is that research suggests some people, even those who would normally be unwilling to engage in risky behavior, are more easily talked, usually via text, into sexting when their judgment is compromised. If sexually explicit images are not already on someone's phone, they might be talked into snapping a few in the moment, another uncomfortable result of impaired cognition, and then sending them. In all settings, we can agree that sober communication is the safest. Because in today's world, many people would rather text than talk. Texting falls into the post-drinking behavior category, where one should proceed with caution. Even people who would not be caught dead with a compromising image on their phone might slur their text after drinking, even further than autocorrect can ironically butcher. Perhaps for everyone, barring an emergency, when you pick up a drink, you might want to put down the phone.